What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria, also known as Bellows a Blog, and here on this channel I talk about fashion, beauty, lifestyle, travel. I share vlogs sharing my life as a full-time creator slash photographer, and occasionally I share tips and tricks for current and aspiring content creators. So if you're interested into any of those that I just talked about, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you like this video, and keep on watching. I know I've been missing in action. I literally started Vlogmas, stopped halfway, and just went ghost. But I'm happy to say that I am back for good. I just feel like December gets so chaotic. Like, I told you guys in my last video that, I was going to Montreal. All this stuff happened. I ended up going to Montreal, but I'll kind of go into details, kind of explain what I've been up to in another video that's coming up after this one. But in this video, I'm just going to share with you guys my vision board. As you can tell by the title of this video, it's all about my 2022 vision board. And I am here to tell you, if you have not created a vision board for this year, that it is not too late. I believe the same way companies get to decide when their fiscal year starts and ends, you get to do the same thing for your life. So for me, I really feel like my new year starts in February. Like I said, December gets so chaotic. By the time I get to January, I don't feel really ready for the year. So I utilize the entire month of January to kind of prep for a successful year. So like I said, in another video, I'll go into details as to what I've been up to, what I've been doing, like kind of how I prep myself for the new year. But my new year really just started yesterday, which was February 1st. So I'm here to tell you it's not too late. You can still do that vision board. You can start the year whenever you feel like it. With that being said, in this video, I'm just gonna go into details on how exactly I created my digital vision board. And in the past, I've created physical vision boards before. I've used thumbtacks on a cork board. I've used an actual poster board with magazine clip outs and stuff, and that gets expensive. But you're buying magazines, you're putting ink in your printer to print out pictures and things like that. I just find the digital vision board to be more effective and cost effective as well, because you're not paying for any supplies. If anything, I only paid for the subscription with Canva, which I already had, so it was no extra cost to me. And I actually didn't even need any of the pro features on Canva to create my vision board. So you can definitely use Canva free version if you don't have the pro version and be just fine. And I just took photos from Pinterest and from the internet, so I didn't have to pay no additional cost. So without rambling for too long, I want to show you guys how I created my 2022 vision board, as well as how I put it on my phone as my screensaver and my computer desktop as my wallpaper. So if you're interested, keep on watching. To get started with the planning portion of my vision board, I opened my Apple Notes app and kind of started jotting down what I wanted my board to look like. So for my theme, I went with something neutral and aesthetically pleasing, and then I jotted down the vibe that I wanted to go for. So this year, I'm all about relaxing, slow living, and taking life a little bit easier. I don't want to focus on all work and no play, so I really want to center my board, my vision around relaxing and living life to the fullest. So I wrote down the vibe that I'm going for, so that when I go look for the images for my board, I kind of, go for images that represent those things. And then I jot down my word focus for the year. I have 3 words that I want to focus on and kind of center my year around, and that's discipline, confidence, and faith. And then some of my top goals, places I want to visit, money I want to make, and other things. So to create my digital vision board, I'm using Canva, and I highly recommend using the desktop wallpaper template. If you are planning to use this as your desktop wallpaper or even your iPad wallpaper, I recommend using that template, because I didn't. I actually used the invitation template, and you will see later the issue with that, because some parts are cut off when I make it as my wallpaper. But I just started by adding 2022 in the center of my board, just because I want that to be the main focus. I want it to, you know, say 2022 in the middle and all of my visions around there. I did the 2022 number and then the 2022 in words. And then I started off by just going on Pinterest and searching images for the places that I want to visit. So as you can see, Thailand is one of the places I want to visit. It's on my list. So I did a little trick where I put all of the countries that I want to visit this year on each corner of my board, and then in the center I added the cities / states that I want to visit. Like I did San Francisco and a few other places. And then as you will see throughout the making of this board, I just kind of use images that represent my goals, my word focuses, and kind of like the overall vibe and theme and things that I want to see for myself this year. So I'm just gonna go back and forth through Pinterest and look for images that represent those things and just add them to my board and have fun with it and make sure it looks good. After adding all of the images that I wanted to add to my board, I didn't want to just type out my focus words. So instead I went on Pinterest and searched for quotes related to those focus words and just added them to my board, like faith quotes, discipline quotes, self-love quotes, and just love in general. And I just added them in random places on my board. After finishing my main board, I went a little bit above and beyond and created a separate one for my travels in the months that I would like to travel to those different places, as well as a separate board for brands that I would like to partner with this year, and putting the income that I would like to make this year right in the center so I can see it, so I can visualize it and manifest it. Now you can do whatever you want with your vision board, but I decided to make mine my wallpaper so that I can see it every single day. And it's super easy to do on Mac. You just go to the file and then click set as desktop wallpaper. So I wanted to set this vision board as my phone screen wallpaper as well. So I just click resize, copy and resize in Canva, and it opened it in a different page to the size that I wanted. I chose phone wallpaper, and my entire vision board is not going to show because of course the dimensions are different, but I just wanted an outline of it just to be able to see it a little bit. So I just rearranged it a little bit. An extra layer on top because I didn't want my apps to get lost with all of those images on there. So that's why I added the brown overlay, and then I changed the opacity a little bit. Now I'm setting it as my home screen, and you can see all of my apps and you can see it as my background.